everybody, Allie here from AllieStamps.com, and today I'm here with a Teach Me Tuesday video for you on how to do this fun little fold on a card, so to speak, using the pennant die. So this is the front of the card, and then the pennant opens up, and you've got a white pennant underneath to write your message, and this pennant actually hugs all the way around the card to create that little gate open. So this is a fun little technique, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to start with your Island Indigo cardstock, and you're going to just fold that in half with a bone folder, and this is 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So it's just a standard card size, but folded the long way rather than the shorter way. And then you're going to take your Big Shot, and you are going to place your Island Indigo card right on your magnetic platform, and then you're going to take the largest of the pennant framelits, and you're going to put the top of this, so this top line that cuts right along here, you want to put that above the fold of the Island Indigo cardstock. So you want to get it as close as possible, but you want a little bit of a gap so that you aren't cutting out the whole shape. And you're going to crank that through. And then you'll see what I mean visually here. So that fold is preserved, and you can take this off, and now you've got a pennant that folds in half rather than having your line. If you had this framelit down a little bit further, it would have just cut this into two different pieces. So now you've got a fun little fold, and we'll pretend that this is all stamped. This is just a base, the 5 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch daffodil layered with some Bermuda Bay. And then you're going to take your snail adhesive, and since this is movable, you want to be generous with your adhesive. Put your adhesive on the back. You're going to stamp first if you were stamping, so I had done stars on the background of this one. And then you're going to set that right onto that adhesive. And now you've got that little pennant gate. And then on the inside here, you're going to die cut a piece of white one size smaller. So this is the next size pennant down. And that's one of the things I love about these framelit sets, is that you have so much layering possibilities. And then you're going to just put this right underneath where that's going to fold, and then you've got some white space for your message. So that's how you're doing the base of that fold itself. Finished sample. So as far as decorating it, like I had mentioned, I did stamp the stars. All of these are coming from the Perfect Pennant stamp set, which is actually the stamp set of the month featured on my blog at AllieStamps.com for the month of February. Then I've got a silver glimmer paper background here, some of the daffodil ribbon, and then this fun accent. This Make-A-Wish also comes through the Perfect Pennant stamp set, and I'm going to show you how I did this accent here. So this is the stamp, and I'm going to ink it up with Daffodil Delight first, like that. And then you'll just come through with a 2 1/2 inch circle punch, and you're going to punch it so that that Make-A-Wish is pretty much as far over to the left as possible. And then you're going to punch that out. And then you're going to take some scissors, and I like these. I have a pair of these for ribbon and for paper because I like the nice long reach of them. And you're just going to give a nice smooth cut from the other end of that circle off. And then you're going to take a strip of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and you want to cut it just about the width of the pennant that's on that stamp. And then to make that pennant, I like to use my hexagon punch. I'm just going to dovetail an end of it with one, and then flip it over and do that again. And it's a little bit too long, and this is just a little bit of a give and take game to get this to just the right length. I'm going to trim it a little more and what you're trying to do is just get that same length of that stamped image. Okay, so perfect. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down. I used a two-way glue pen on my sample just so I didn't have extra adhesive. I left it over on my other table though. And then you're going to stick that down right over top of where you had the stamped daffodil. And then I'm going to come through with the Make-A-Wish image again, and I'm going to clean it off. I'm not going to worry too terribly much since I used it in daffodil, and now I'm going to go into indigo. Since I'm going darker, I can get away with this without actually scrubbing it. So you're going to blot that, and then you're going to ink this up, and really all you need is that A. So you can stamp a little bit lower down on the paper. And then you're going to come through with your 1/2" circle punch and punch out. I went down a little bit too low with A. Let's try that again. Right there. There we go. And then you're going to go through that 1/2" punch and punch out that A. And then you're just going to attach that. I had done it with a mini glue, with a Stampin' Dimensional for my finished piece to give it a little bit of height. Didn't bring one over to this table, but you get the idea. So that's what you have for that finished accent. And here's what it looks like. That little bit of height on that A really gives it an extra pop too. So that's just a fun little twist with that Make-A-Wish image from the Perfect Pennants stamp set. As I had mentioned before, Perfect Pennants is the stamp set of the month that I'm featuring on my blog at allystamps.com. Here are 4 other card samples using the Perfect Pennants stamp set. And all of these cards are part of my February e-class that you can take right online in the comfort of your own home. There are 2 different options. One is just the e-class only. It's a live webinar with giveaways, prize patrol, videos, video tutorials, and all of these cards, as well as a PDF download printable for all of the instructions of these cards and dimensions. So you can get just that package, and then there's also a package that comes with the pre-cut kit for all of these pieces. And you can also purchase the stamp set on my blog and get a discount on the e-class itself as well. So whether you're a demonstrator and already have the stamp set or are a customer and need to still get it, there's a bunch of different options for you to participate in the Perfect Pennants e-class. So again, you can tune into allystamps.com for more information on those. It's a really great, fun stamp set to work with. I hope you enjoyed today's card. I think it was a fun one. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one.